couple of you have asked me as a medium if I do missing person cases or murder cases, and the answer to that is I used to, but I don't anymore, and here's why. I've handled a total of 3 murder cases and 2 missing person cases, and I did that work for a good 2 years, and I took time off from my private readings in order to do so, and I did not charge the families or any of the parties involved. I didn't think it was right to do so. I just wanted to volunteer my time. In one of the murder cases that I worked on, I was able to pinpoint who did it and how they were going to get caught in order to help the family have closure, and that meant a lot to me. The more I worked with cases, the more I understood how much I had to have my boundaries and how I had to up my self-care because of the things that I was seeing while I was having these visions to help discover who murdered these people. It was horrific and nothing I was prepared for. I did see a counselor at the time to help me distance myself from those memories that I was seeing in my readings, but they did take their toll on me, I'll have to say. One of the cases that I did work, I was doing radio shows at the time, and the caller came in and she talked about how there was a woman who had crossed and she wanted a message about her, and I just started seeing that somebody was murdered and that they were still missing. And I could see that there was a policeman involved and there was a big mess around it and a big cover-up. And at that time I started working the Stacy Peterson case. I did it to help the family members to have closure as much as I could. There was a challenge in working with the FBI and the police as they are very literal, so it's hard to work with them as a psychic who sees things and have them ask, "Why are you seeing that?" I'm like, "I don't know. But look into this area, look into this guy, and go talk to this person." On that case, I worked with a family member at the time to help them go back to the detectives and the FBI and the police to help them figure out how to solve the case and who to talk to who had the information. Along with the information I was able to provide for them and what they had on their detective work, they were able to convict Drew Peterson, which made me very happy for the family, but still sad that they did not know the details of what happened to Stacy, nor do they know where she is at this point. On the Stacy Peterson case and Drew Peterson case, when the Lifetime movie series came out, I thought, oh, I'll just watch it. This will be cool. He's been convicted now, so I'll get to see. And I was so out of my body with information that I felt was so wrong. As I was watching the whole thing, I just kept hearing this whisper in my head, this is wrong, they have the information wrong, it didn't happen that way. And what about my kids and things like that? So glorifying a situation or trying to make drama out of a situation where the kids were still young made me sick to my stomach, and I had to turn off the Lifetime movie of it. It was after that that I found myself so emotionally enthralled in it that I had to spend a good 6 months just unwinding from that whole case altogether. And I promised myself, because I was a mom of 2 at the time, that I would not do that to myself. I needed to be there for my kids and be present for them when they were growing up. And I didn't feel I could do so working these horrific cases. I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm glad I was able to work those cases. I'm glad I was able to bring the family some clarity and some peace. But it's not something that I feel like I'm built for anymore. As much as I do private readings for people, I love to do that and to give them comfort, to let them know that their loved ones are still alive on the other side. But when you're dealing with this kind of really negative energy and toxic energy from someone who actually was so selfish that they wanted to take someone else's life, my mind cannot comprehend that. So for that reason, I stopped working the murder cases. I have since then worked 3 missing person cases, and I was happy to do so with those. But again, needed to just take a break. So right now, I only do mediumship readings, and I find that I'm more built for something like that. And I just want to be of service to others. I hope this answers your question. I wanted to make this video because on my lives and then after, people send me private messages and it's hard to get back to everybody. So hopefully this story that I'm telling helps you understand when I got started, what it was like, and why I kind of stopped, but I was happy to do it at the time.